What's going on there, YouTube? Welcome back to another comic book video. Okay, so we're going to continue our coverage over Batman Knightfall. And now we get into the point where we're going to see Batman going up against the Joker and Scarecrow. Now remember, when it came to the Joker and Scarecrow in the earlier parts of Knightfall, they were able to work together, but to also kidnap the mayor as well. And they're currently using the mayor as a way to cause chaos across Gotham City, with the fire department, with the police department, and the list goes on and on. But now it's time for the Joker and also Scarecrow to go after the one person that has always caused them many problems, and that would be the Batman. Now, something else we have to remember that when it comes to Knightfall, it's all about the idea that Bane wants to break the Bat. And so what he did was he had released all the inmates from Arkham Asylum. I'm talking about the low tier bad guys and the high tier bad guys as well. Now, at first, when it came to Batman, he was dealing with the low tier bad guys like Victor Zsasz. But right now, he's dealing with the higher ones like Poison Ivy, the Joker, and Scarecrow. And so for Bane, he's just hoping to get Batman to that point where he is mentally and physically drained. And really, by this point in our coverage over Knightfall, we can say that Batman has reached that point, because as we dive into Batman number 496, we do pick up where our last video left off at, where you have Batman trying to bring down Firefly. Now, he was able to do it, but he barely won. And so it really showed that Batman is really hitting the point of being physically and mentally drained. And in our earlier videos, we had talked about the idea that different people who are close to Batman had realized that he is physically and mentally drained. But now the public is beginning to find out, because every single time you have Batman being able to bring down a certain enemy, well, when he's leaving, the reporters are there to report what happened at the scene. But they see Batman and they realize that Batman looks defeated. Like, he looks like he needs a good night of rest. But the problem is he can't rest. And so you have these reporters talking about Batman on live television. And the Joker and Scarecrow, they hear about this. And to them, this is the perfect time to actually attack Batman, to set up a trap to finally bring him down. And they realize they can use the mayor as a way to bring Batman into that trap to finally bring down the Bat. Now, word does get out very quickly that the Joker and Scarecrow have kidnapped the mayor. And so for the GCPD and for, well, Batman, they're trying to figure out, where has the Joker and Scarecrow taken the mayor to? Now, the GCPD, they had stopped by the home of the mayor hoping to find some kind of clue that can tell them where the Joker and Scarecrow has taken the mayor to. Except when they arrived at the house, they don't know the entire place is set to blow up, because the Joker and Scarecrow knew that the GCPD, or at least Batman, was stopped by the place. And so when you have Harvey Bullock walk through the front door, he sets the trap off and the entire place is about to explode. But luckily for Harvey, Batman was there to grab him and save him just in time. Now, just for a brief moment, I want to shift our focus over to Bane. And here's the reason why. So Bane tells us that the Joker and the Scarecrow have the ability to actually take over Gotham City. They have the ability to bring down the Batman. The problem is that they lack discipline. If they had the discipline, then Gotham would be a complete wreck by now. Batman would most likely be dead by now. But that's the problem with the Joker and the Scarecrow. And so for Bane, he knows that most likely Batman is going to be able to take down the Joker and Scarecrow. But once Batman does it, it's Bane saying, and then it'll be our turn to attack the Bat. Now, I want to get into the whole idea of what the Joker and Scarecrow actually have planned for Batman, because it's not really a bad game plan, except Well, it's Batman. You see, what you had the Joker and Scarecrow do was they took the mayor over to an underground tunnel that runs underneath the river in Gotham City. And then they block both ends of the tunnels. And they know that if they get the mayor to call up the National Guards, that means the GCPD and Batman will also be called. But they know Batman will go in first to hopefully save the mayor, but to bring down the Joker and Scarecrow. And then once you have Batman being able to get into the tunnels, they're going to ambush him with fear toxin, because this man is physically and mentally drained, that most likely once he's hit with fear toxin, he is going to collapse full of fear, and then they should be able to bring him down. Like I said, it's a good plan, except when they do hit the man with fear toxin, well, that plan falls apart very quickly. And that's the problem though, because when they do hit Batman with fear toxin, he begins to see his biggest failure at this time in DC Comics, and that would be Jason Todd. The idea the Joker had killed off Jason Todd. And so as soon as Batman just keeps seeing images over and over again of Jason Todd, you have Batman just beat down on the Joker over and over and over, one more time, and over again, because this man is so upset with the idea that the Joker has taken away someone that he looked as a son. And so now you have Batman just beating down on the Joker and Scarecrow as well. But you have Scarecrow being able to grab a rocket launcher and shoot the wall of the tunnel. Now, like I said earlier, this tunnel runs underneath the river of Gotham City, and Joker and Scarecrow have blocked both ends of the tunnels. And so this whole entire tunnel is about to flood with full of water, and Batman and the mayor could possibly drown in the tunnels. But now it's time for us to dive into Detective Comics number 663, where we actually do pick up with Batman trying to find different ways to save his life and also the mayor's life as well before they drown in the tunnels. Now, I'm not going to drag this out at all because we already know that Batman is going to find a way somehow to actually save both their lives, which he's able to do. And so once you have Batman being able to get the mayor out of the tunnels, we can see once again that Batman is completely drained. Like, this is a man who needs to go home and rest. But unfortunately, his night is not done just yet, because like Bane said earlier, you know, if Batman does survive going up against the Joker and Scarecrow, then it's Bane's turn to actually test out the bat. And so now Bane's crew is going to fight against Batman. Now, when it comes to Bane's crew, they each have their own kind of fighting style. And so for Batman, this is not going to be an easy moment, because now he has to adjust to each person's fighting style. And really, as soon as he takes down one of them, he has to go up against another one in a matter of seconds and quickly adjust to that person's new fighting style. Now, for Batman, we already know that he's going to be able to take each of them down, but the problem is though, he has no time to rest at all. I mean, this is a man who just dealt with the Joker and Scarecrow, and soon after that he's confronted by Bane's crew. He takes out one of them, another one jumps in, and it's kind of like, man, this guy is being put through the ringer. Now once he is able to take down all three members of Bane's crew, it's time for him to go back to his home. And so you then have Batman head home, and this gives us one heck of an ending, because once you have Batman get home to Wayne Manor, he thinks that it's time for him to get some kind of rest. But unfortunately, when he walks into the upper level of Wayne Manor, he sees that Alfred is knocked out. Now at first he thinks that Alfred is dead, but somebody says, no, he's not dead. He's alive, but you, my friend, are about to die right now. And we see that Bane is in the home of Wayne Manor to now break the bat. And this is where we are going to end today's comic book video. So please leave me a like down below and subscribe. But guys, see y'all next time. Later.